Alrighty guys, how's it going? My name is Anubace and I am a Grandmaster jungler. A lot of you may know me from my streams. I have not been able to stream recently because I just moved into college and I don't have the best internet right now. But I've been playing offline where my ping is a lot better. I want to show you guys and break down a game today that I played yesterday as Lee Sin. And I jungled like a psychopath and I'm going to show you guys how to do the same. Well, at least show you my pattern of thinking all throughout the game. So, start up. I think it's like a Diamond 4 Elo game. We're jungling against a Twitch as Lee Sin. I'm taking Conquer. He has Press the Attack. I'm also taking Triumph, Alacrity, Coup de Grace, Taste of Blood, and Ravenous Hunter. A little bit of breakdown on that is I'm just trying to maximize the amount of sustain I have in fights because I know against their team comp, they don't really have a whole lot of burst. And if I can sustain a fight, like let's say 1v1 the Shen, I'm not going to be able to one-shot him or the Vladimir. Maybe I'll get on their bot lane or something like that, or the Twitch. But I'll have a lot of burst with Conqueror, but I'll also just have the consistent damage I need to be a presence in the fight. Because with Zoe mid, she's not able to be consistently in a fight and tank damage like I will be able to as Lee Sin. But alright, so let's get started. So just going to hit play here. We're going to speed it up a little bit. So, just thinking about this game, I know that I'm jungling against Twitch. Twitch is probably always going to start at his red buff. So, at this point in the game, I was like, hey guys, I'm going to jungle like a psychopath this game. Just act like you're leashing my red buff bot lane. Just going to the lane late. I know that Shen doesn't have a whole lot of damage against a camp level 1. He's probably going to start Q. So, I mean, it's a little bit of damage, but Twitch also doesn't have that much damage. So, it's going to take them a little bit to take the red buff. So I know the camp's going to spawn at minute 30. So I'm going to make my way over there. And I know that Lee Sin's got a lot of early game. Twitch does too, but Twitch needs his stacks. I know that Shen's got TP, doesn't have Ignite, doesn't have his W. So there's no way they can really deny me any damage unless Shen gets his shield by dragging his sword through me. So I know that Press the Attack's also a really early game rune, and that Shen might have a little bit of sustained damage from the Grasp of the Undying. But I'm not too scared. I know my damage, and I know that if I hit level 2, then I definitely will not only be level 2 and just have higher stats than both of them combined, because they're both going to be level 1. I also know that Twitch is probably going to be the one tanking, and even if Shen is, one of them is going to be low health, and Twitch isn't going to have the health back from his smite. So I already know I'm going to have the advantage going into this 2v1. Vladimir's not a really good early game champion. I also know that he's got Cleanse and Phase Rush. It's really hard to proc Phase Rush early. I also know that it's very rare in this elo. Again, I think this is a D4, D3 game that Vladimir or a mid laner in this elo is going to rotate and help out the jungler this early. So I really took advantage of how people play in this elo. Now, a lot of questionable things happen this game on the enemy team side, and I'll talk about those as I go through it. And again, I don't have a script for this, so I'll show you guys here. So, like I said, I'm just waiting to late invade, told Nar, yeah, you can go top. I just want them to think I'm starting bot lane. All right, I think Shen warded that, so what I do is I just path all the way around it, come around here, Q onto the Shen, smite the red buff, get my W second, kill the Shen first because I know that he's the biggest threat with his grasp. I know that the Twitch is going to have grasp or his press the attack off. I obviously had vision of him from my Q, and I also just knew he was there. So I waited in the bush for him to flash over. Now this is where I did something that I don't think a lot of people know about. So okay, so I just killed Twitch. He is down for approximately, I think, 8 seconds. It's the same as a normal recall. So he's still level 1. I saw he's got refillables, so he's got pots for another camp, but it's going to take him a really, really long time to heal up and take a camp. He's got smite up again because obviously you get 2 charges, but he's going to have a really rough time, and I know there's a really small chance that they're going to be able to leash him early because if Jinx and Nami leave, or Jinx or Nami leave, then that's a huge advantage against... That's just a huge advantage bot lane. And I know Show and Tell, our mid laner, it's actually Hillside Boys. He's pushing in, and Vladimir, like I said, doesn't have a whole lot of level 1. I see Shen's teleported back up top lane after I killed him. I know that he's not going to want to leave lane again because, 1, he's got no pots, so he's not going to be able to come back into lane after he leaves. Nar's also already pushing the lane. So he's got an advantage there, not only in XP and gold, but just because Shen doesn't have anything to recover from harass. So here my goal is, after red buff, going to golems. And my goal this game, now that I have him ahead, is to make Twitch's life as hard as possible. So my goal here is to try and kill both the large golem and the small one. I used my potion, and I know that I don't have enough health, and I know that, to take these golems. But I know I have red buff, and I know that I need to just clear the large golem, or the large and the small golem, for the camp to fully reset. And that way, when it responds, it'll be level 2, and then Twitch can't soul this camp if I don't let him hit level 2. So you'll see what I do here is literally, I just kite this camp out so that I know it's going to kill me, which, like I said, is completely okay. I could have just taken the big one and left. And there we go. So, okay, so you see, now the camp's going to fully reset. On the map, you see that I have vision, and it's completely reset. So the point of doing that and dying is because as you saw, let's see how long my cooldown was. I think I have like a 9-second or an 8-second death timer. So let's see. It is an 8-second death timer. Okay, that's the same as a recall. So recalling takes 8 seconds, and then I was also low. So I knew it was going to take me more than 8 seconds to fully recall, cast my recall. I'm going to have to heal up, and then I'm going to go to Twitch's blue, which I asked my bot lane to ward, and I think Zoe warded for me. So now we're going to wait the 6 seconds, 5 seconds, whatever. Now I'm looking towards his blue, because I know that Twitch isn't going to want to try and go for another camp, because he's going to have a really hard time taking it with Gromp's Halo Blade passive. And I say Halo Blades, Gromp doesn't actually have Halo Blades. He's got, Gromp's got a good buff. The first 3 attacks do more damage. So I see Twitch, he goes for a bot lane gank, doesn't have his Q. I know he's got his E. He just pathed the river. I get a quick kill onto the Jinx. Twitch tried diving the tower, which he should not have. And I just finished off the Nami here. Karma gives him the kill, which is awesome. I know that Twitch still hasn't taken his blue, because I look at his farm and I know that he's still got 0. He hasn't bought any items. He did get a kill, but it's not the biggest issue in the world. He's still level 1. So right now, I just hang around bot lane for a little bit, and then I ward his blue, take Scuttle, and I'm just waiting for him to show up there, because I know it's the only camp that he should realistically be able to take. And that's the one that he's going to be prioritizing. Okay, so I still see he's got 0 farm, and I knew he was responding, so I see him taking this. I W over, Q smite it, get a couple auto attacks off to start proccing my Conqueror. I know that Twitch loses vision of me here when when I lose vision of him. So I pause after this wall and then turn back, hoping that he steps up farther than he should. He doesn't. He instantly turns back. I set the ward, acting like I'm going to ward hop with no intention to. But then he turns back and auto attacks me, which gives me the time to W to the ward and get a few autos off along with my EQ combo to kill him there. So okay, so now I know. All right, I took his blue. Twitch is still level 1. He's got both the jungle items. So what my goal here is to do is clear his bot side camp so that they're respawning level 2. And I also know the timer of golems, which is the other camp that's going to be up. And I also know his raptors are up. Raptors are really hard to take. I go for a little bit of a gank mid lane, but he pushed the wave, no big deal. I say, hey Zoe, check his raptors, he might be there. If he's not there, he's going to be at his golems. So again, go over to golems. He's probably asking for leash or typing something right here. I kill him because he's not paying attention, because he can't do anything. He can't start this camp because I reset it. I think this camp's level 4, and I don't reset the whole thing just because I'm in a hurry to get raptors off the map as well, so that there's not a level 1 camp that he can take. So again, I just back, get a team at my red smite, Moby boots, and a longsword, along with 2 control wards. Control wards are pretty standard to buy. I set the control ward there in hopes that he goes to auto attack it, which he did. I know he doesn't have any sums up, so I kill him again there. My team's pinging me because they're like, dude, how the fuck are you doing this to this guy? And I actually think this Twitch is a smurf. In the description, I'll link this Twitch's op.gg account. And then I also had timer of the Gromp. He miss-smites it. I just butterfly kick him. Good combo. Flash over the wall because I don't want them getting any kills. Zoe finishes him. I'm very, very strong at this point. Fully stacked Conqueror. And again, a fully stacked Conqueror champion is no one you should be going near if you don't have anything to offer. A little bit of a bot lane fiasco. It's 4-on-1, or 4-on-2. Now that Vladimir and Nami's here. So he finishes off the Nami at her turret. Vladimir's rotating out of mid lane. We see Shen's top. I know, okay, wolves are up. That's the only camp. We see Twitch there again. So I'm like, okay, why don't I just get this guy off the map one more time? Cool. I know his golems are up again now, and I also know his wolves are up. The small camps have a 2-minute and 30-second timer, so that's how I'm able to keep track of these. I just look at the time like, okay, I took that at 8:50. It should be up at 10:20. I probably did the math wrong, but oh well. You guys get the gist of it. Big camps have 5-minute respawn time, pretty straightforward. It's really easy just to look at the map and see, okay, is there a gray hourglass shape or is there a yellow one? Alright, so I also know that golems are up, because obviously I've cleared those every single time. I know Twitch is still level 1 and only has 1 farm. I think that 1 farm was from the control ward that he just destroyed bot lane. So I take these full clear this time because they're worth a pretty decent chunk of gold. There's really no point me going into my jungle at this point because none of my camps are worth anything. Don't know why he really did that. I know he doesn't have his ward up because he warded bot lane during that fight. So I know that he doesn't see me and he's just standing still, probably asking for help and or flaming his team. I know his blue's up as well, so I'm going to clear mid. I know he's respawning, and then I saw a little bit and see, okay, do I see him yet? Nope, so I'm just going to take his blue. I know at this point, all the other lanes are winning, because obviously there's no jungle pressure. I set Shen behind, ganked bot a few times. We go for a simple tower dive. And this is more so just showing you guys my jungle path. There's a lot of micro things, how to combos loose, and I could show you too. A little bit thing to know about me, I mainly play Shaco, but when I'm in season for college or trying to compete in a tournament or something like that, I don't usually play Shaco. But I know how to play most junglers. So my concern here was, okay, the Scuttle Crab hasn't been cleared. I think it's still level 2 at this point. Missed my Q. Okay, no big deal. Just trying to clear the wave so that Zoe can back, and then Zoe just able to flash and kill. She's fed. Cool. Alright, so I know P's are up, I know his golems are up, and I know his red spawning soon. I see that he's not bot side jungle because Karma's there. And I also visioned in pretty much every lane. I know that he's probably going to want to be top side because he knows that I'm trying to kill his buffs and spawn. And we've got his whole bot side warded. We've got Prio bot because they're ahead, and Prio mid because mid's ahead. I see Shen's top, looks pretty diveable with Gnar there. I was trying to take Herald before 14 minutes so that we can charge a turret before 14-minute mark, because 14 minutes is when the turret plating falls. So just going to burst this down a little bit. Another solo kill goes down mid. I take this because it's still level 2, and I don't want Twitch being able to take anything, because I don't want him coming into the game at all. He goes top because Gnar goes for a pretty greedy play, and it's 2v1ing regardless, so I just clean that up. He's down there. I drop the Rift Herald. First turret's long gone, but I make this crash before the 14-minute mark. It's like 320 gold. It's usually how much you get from just a charge. And again, I'm literally just trying to kill his camps on spawn. Obviously, I'm not able to get his bot side on spawn because of the Fiasco top lane with Herald and stuff like that. So obviously, I saw him. I know, okay, I'm level 10 at this point. I'm 13-1. I've got 97 farm on him. The only farm he has is from that one minion top he killed and the control ward he killed bot lane. And he's got no damage item other than the red smite. And I also know that he's not going to be wanting to auto attack me. And I know that his flash is down because flash is on a 5-minute cooldown. The Jinx just knows she's dead here because I'm ridiculously fed. I'll just take it as an easy kill. Usually VM, but I just really wanted to push the tempo and get this game done. Yeah, I mean, there's not too much else here to explain. Obviously, I ignored dragons this game just because I was trying to keep on top of their jungler, and I knew that there wasn't going to be jungle pressure. Obviously, in a competitive game, that's not something you want to do. You obviously want to try and get every objective you can. And again, I was smurfing. This is low, like D4, D3 range. Like I said, this Twitch player was smurfing. And I really just tried to take advantage of what I could, as well as just have a pretty decent understanding of how the game was going to be played. I know how the matchups work in each of these lanes, and I know what I can take advantage of and what mistakes people are probably going to make in this elo. A lot of that is just a lot of guesswork and predicting based off just a ton of games played. But yeah, dudes, hopefully, I know I really speed ran this. I didn't have a script, and I am in between classes, so I gotta hurry up and get to my next class. But I really want to get this game out there, one, because I thought it was awesome that I was actually able to pull this off as well as I did. Usually I can make them end with like 13, 20 CS. Not so much keep them at level 1, because usually their laners are a little bit smarter and are willing to help out the jungler a little bit more. even though in this case they really weren't able to. But Twitch also should have just gone top and duo top until he hit at least level 3 with the catch-up XP and then been able to solo a camp. Or just invaded my jungle because it's really obvious that he saw me at all points of farming and that I wasn't coming into his jungle with more farm than a scuttle or a large objective if he didn't see me in lane taking it. So he should have known, okay, Lee Sin has cleared all my camps just enough for his farm to be, and I've seen all his farm get accumulated while he's ganking. So there's a lot of ways he could have avoided this. He also shouldn't have flashed on a fully stacked Conqueror Lee Sin that's level 2 and has red. And I also had a Triumph heal after I killed that Shen level 1. But yeah, dudes, this is where the mistake happened. And I don't actually think I avoided this ward as easily as I meant to. I'll give vision of all. So we see, going back to this level 1, that the Shen warded here. And let's just get vision of the blue side to actually see if this saw me. I think it does. I don't think I avoided it. It's a really hard ward to avoid. Okay, this is the wrong team. I'm supposed to be looking at red side. Okay, so they don't see me, they don't see me. They see me for a millisecond. So, unless they've got pretty decent awareness, playing this at full speed, they see me a little bit. So they see me for about 2.3 seconds. And then I curve around this wall, and from this angle, it's really hard for them to see me move in. Because I just smite it. Obviously, I'm fully stacked with Conqueror. I have vision of them. So I E-second, flash over the wall, and I'm hiding in this bush. He's like, where did he go? And he face checks the bush. Lee Sin, it's got a lot going for him with full Conqueror. So, yeah, dudes, that was kind of the turning point in the game at 2 minutes. Just a lot of communication with your laners, telling them, hey, I want to do this game. Help me out. And if they do, the game can turn out like this. But, yeah, there's a lot of options we could have done here. But, yeah, dudes, that's going to be it for me. Thanks so much for watching. I don't really post on YouTube a lot, but I'm thinking about starting, especially since playing off stream is probably what I'm going to have to do a lot now. And I also am back in school. So, senior year, a lot of hard classes. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. I love you all. Like I said, I usually stream daily, like 10 to 15 hours. If you're interested, just twitch.tv/Anubace. Please make sure to drop a follow, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. But yeah, dudes, depending on how this video turns out, I will be posting more. I know it was super short and sweet and really just an overview of how the game went, but I don't think there's a lot of content like this on YouTube, and I think it's pretty cool to see. So other than that, dudes, I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, evening, night, morning, wherever you're at. Hope it's going well. So I love you all, and have an awesome rest of your life, I guess. Adios.